Ralph LoVuolo presents Mortgage Godfather.
Good morning, it's Ralph LoVuolo, the Mortgage Godfather. I want to do a two-part series. I've never done this before. So if you watch this week's session, you're probably going to have to watch next week's session because it's going to come in two parts, and it's what I call my 9 steps, simple steps to ultimate success. And they're really simple. One of the things that I talk about all the time is how simple it is to be successful. The challenge is, for most of us, is it's not easy. And it's not easy because we have to change our habits. But I'm going to try to boil it down to as simple a set of formula that is a formula that I can give you that will that I just don't know how to make it any more simple. So there are 9 steps that I talk about, and today we're going to talk about 4 of them, and I'm going to break them down into very simple thoughts that I want you to write down, and then next week you can ask me for or listen to the other 5 steps. Also, if you want me to send you the paper that I've written about this even before you watch next week's, just in case you might miss it, I certainly will send it to you. So ask me for my 9 steps if you want. Number 1, you can't be successful unless you're healthy. And health is 2 parts. Number 1, physically. Number 2, mentally. Healthy means that you exercise more often than you think you should, and that you watch what it is that you put in your mouth, the food that you eat. The more healthy the food is that nourishes your body, the better you are able to be healthy and be able to exercise in the way that you need to be. So health is number 1 for me. Number 2, positive attitude. If you don't have a positive attitude, if you don't believe that you can, you can't. There was a time when I didn't think that way. There was a time when I thought that people who were basically motivated people almost came out of the womb that way. But I have come to a belief and a knowledge that that's not true. There are things that you can learn that will give you a positive attitude and help you be more positive all the time. You want to listen to The Strangest Secret by Earl Nightingale, and I talk about it all the time. It's in my car. It's in my phone. I listen to it all the time. If you're not paying attention to your mental attitude and trying hard, believing in yourself, you're going to have a very, very difficult time. The third part is that you have to have goals. And goals have 4 parts. Those 4 parts need to be written down. They need to be timely. They need to be specific. They need to be reachable. Without goals in our daily lives, we don't function. As Earl Nightingale says in his CD and YouTube video that if you turned a ship on while it's in the harbor and you didn't put anybody at the wheel and it didn't have a rudder, there's no way it's going to make way out of the harbor. So goals have 4 parts, and you need to write them down. They need to be specific with regard to the timing of them. When are you going to accomplish them? They need to be a specific number. Whenever I have consulted at a mortgage company of any kind, people ask me, well, what do you expect me to do? Or how many deals do you expect of me? I said, it's not up to me, it's up to you. What do you think? And they say, well, I'd be satisfied with 2 or 3 a month, or 3 or 4 a month, or 5 or 6 a month, whatever the number would be. That's not specific. That's giving yourself wiggle room. That's giving yourself room to make a mistake. And then it needs to be realistic. Those ideas need to be realistic. Here's step 4. You have to have a plan. The plan has to be so well thought out that you need to spend the time to think about all of the possible things that could interfere with what it is that you want to do to accomplish your goals. After your health and your attitude puts you in the right frame of mind, and you have written down what the goals are that you want to set for yourself, you need a well thought out plan. I've talked about this 100 times on these videos. And I've said that if you want to have a goals form, and if you want to have an action plan form, that I'll give it to you. But, so I'm offering you 2 things today. Number 1, all 9 steps, and then the 9 steps broken down. But listen to me, please, next week, and find out what the other steps are that it is that you need to have in order to achieve the success that you say that you want. So thank you so much for watching today. Have a blessed day. This is Ralph LoVuolo, the Mortgage Godfather. Hold on 1 minute, or less, in fact, and you're going to see my contact information so that if you want to contact me, you can, you'll be able to. So thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful, blessed day.